All right, go ahead, bro.
Yes, like we was talking about, like this community, like everything that's going on in the community, as far as the agenda, and
Right.
a lot of people is just finally starting to wake up and realize what as far as the agenda, that's
Right.
a lot of people is just finally starting to wake up to the outlook on things. And like I think your show, man, promotes that, brother. So I'm saying I wanted to let you know,
And
you're doing a good thing.
And that's what I'm trying to. Economics is key. Money is power.
Yes,
Understand this. Everywhere where there's poverty, there's violence. I don't understand when we gonna learn that. The reason we have so much poverty in our community is because we throw away all of our money to these foreign-owned businesses that come in our community tax-free. They don't hire from the community. They don't shop in the community. But hold on, let me give. This is my life in the shop. I'm your host, Donald Washington. I'm gonna bring y'all DT. Now, DT, tell them. Hold up. Let me bring y'all my intro. We're talking about economics. Money is power. This is my life in the shop. DT, tell me about your economic plan you was telling me about.
Well, really, what we were talking about the other day is based on, like you say, money is power. The only thing you can affect them as far as their plan. What we were talking about the other day is based on, you don't really get no better than that, man. I mean, there's really no other way. Invest in black-owned businesses, minority-based businesses. A lot of people was coming to me asking me about like grocery stores and places like that, and I was like, well, we don't have to. From what I know, we don't really have any black-owned grocery stores. But
Right.
there are minority-based grocery stores as well. At least it's keeping the money in the community. You got a lot of Hispanic stores, and they deal with fresh fruit.
Right. And so what happens?
My family, we've been shopping. As far as I can say, economics, that's really the main thing. In my opinion, is you hurt their pockets, then we can pretty much get some things done. As far as changing the unjust system.
Right.
That's exactly how. Hold on, one second. All right. Yeah, that's exactly how how we had to do it. I don't see no other way because this protest is not working. It's just not working. And we really don't want to resort to violence because we'll be looking at casualties. It'd be a lot of people would die. In that situation. But so the only thing I can think of that's left to do is boycott.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do need resources. And what needs to happen is this. We need to start spending our money with the businesses in our community. We could change our situation literally overnight if we wanted to. Literally overnight. Let me tell you something. We last in every statistic that you could possibly name. And here's the reason why. We feel that instead of spending a little bit of extra money in our own community, we'd drive 45 minutes to Orland Park, Tinley Park, spend all our money there. Once we take our money out of our community, we take jobs out of our community, then the young brothers who are in our community can't get jobs, so they got to sell drugs. They got to hustle. Now they got to end up protecting themselves by holding a gun. They get locked up, and that's the cycle that we live in.
Yeah, it is a vicious cycle. And you know what? It's really like we was talking about as well. We got a lot of talented brothers, man, and sisters in our communities, man. If you find yourself in a situation, well, here go the main thing. If young people, if they don't have no background, that's right then and there. But it's open to do so many different things. But create your own platform.
Right.
Similar to what you're doing now. Create your own platform. There's so many different ways of making money. Going on as far as utilizing the internet. There's so many things you can do. But you just gotta kind of be creative. When you turn to a certain lifestyle, like we all did, we all followed them. That lifestyle when we was younger. The majority of us got the slap on the wrist, and we made some changes. And maturity and age came, of course. But at the end of the day, once you get to a certain certain pain level, when you don't want no more, then you'll figure out a way to make some money legitimately.
Absolutely.
So it's so many revenues. I mean, so many avenues you could take, to getting, money. I remember you had said on one of your shows, beloved, about I can't remember the exact topic of the show, but you were saying something about being homeless, and I think it was living off of women or something. It was a show where a guy was living off his girl.
Yeah, we get a lot of that now.
And I thought about that scenario, and at one point in time in my life, I was there, and that's what I did. Exactly what you said. I slept in my car. I found me a job, and then eventually I got back on my, so it's all about the willpower and drive of individual, man.
Hey,
that's really what it comes down to.
So y'all understand this. Gina Richards, what's going on, Gina? She say we need resources. How do we get small business loans while black? Understand this. Here's what I want black people to understand. Foreigners come to this country with literally nothing. Some of them live 10 deep in a house and all of them work, right?
Correct.
They save up cash and go buy a Chinese food store. We don't have the discipline nor the drive to go do something like that. We can't stand each other. We can't live with each other. Like you say, some of the people, Sylvester Stallone and some of it, like with Tyler Perry, some of the people that actors who made it, slept in their car for 3 years. I think, who is that? I know a few actors and a few people, millionaires, who then slept in their car, went to California, slept in their car for 3 years, homeless, saved every dime, and put it towards their business.
Yes, sir. Like you hit it right on the head. It's like the resources. I mean, like I said, so many avenues. I mean, it all depends on. First, you got to decide what you want to do. I mean, what is your niche?
Right.
If you really think about it, like the thing the occupation that you really should choose is the occupation that you don't mind doing for free.
Right.
If you really think about it, because that means you have the itch to do it. If you love this, is what you love to do. So if you love to do that and you're willing to do that without getting paid, then that means that you'll put the same time and investment into doing it and getting paid doing it. So that's the first and foremost thing, finding out what you want to do with yourself, with your life. Then from there, I mean, you got to build. It takes time and patience. I mean, start off with credit. Big game. You fix your credit.
Absolutely.
Fix your credit. I mean, once you get your credit going, I mean, like you said, people have problems getting loans. I get it. And yeah, that is true. That's a statistic. It is true. However, if you present yourself a certain way and you come up in this place and you're trying to get a loan and your credit is in order and you present yourself like you got success, 9 times out of 10 you might get that loan.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also other ways of doing it. You got people around you that's willing to invest, like you just was talking about. Different cultures stick with each other. They tend to look out for each other a little more than we do as a people.
All right, so
find you some friends that that's doing on the same level as you, and invest all y'all money into something and open up a business together.
All right, hold on. So hold on, bro. I don't mean to cut you off. Somebody say what story we talking about? We talking about black economics in the black community. Go ahead, bro.
Indeed. So as far as resources, you just gotta be on point with it. I mean, first, like you said, we gotta have a drive and the willingness to do it. First look into what you planning on doing, what your life, your niche, what you feel that this is what God intended you to be, and from there, make the steps and do the research and go from there.
So here's my thing. Just like the town that I live in now has no grocery store. We could flip all that around. There's a black-owned business in Richton Park, a meat market. He's willing to open up a grocery store in this community. However, nobody supports him. If even half of this town and half of the next town supported him, in 2 weeks, he can open up a grocery store. But you know what? We too busy running to Walmart to get our groceries, running to Tinley Park in Orland, instead of spending our money where we're supposed to. And then we run into the Chinese food spot who don't hire from the community, who don't live in the community, don't pay taxes, and don't shop in the community. Therefore, they took out $5 million from Richton Park last year. You know how much came back to the black community? not 10 cents.
And that's the problem. I agree. That's the problem, 100%. Like you said, that's a good idea. A lot of people, that's willing to pitch in. I just had a conversation with the brother we just a few minutes ago about that, and we were talking about grocery store. We were talking about salons, hair salons for the sisters. Giving the money to these Chinese people. Nothing against Chinese people, but at the end of the day, they treat our people the way they treat our people. It's just it's not right. So at the end of the day, but you can't find no black-owned nail shop. So it's the same scenario in all these aspects. The main thing, like you said, is food, banks. Those are the main two things that if we can invest and open up these in the black communities, I mean, it'll change some things, but we just don't have the people that's willing to invest. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's something else too. We got millionaires, billionaires. We got Oprah, billionaire from Chicago. Michael Jordan, billionaire from Chicago. No black-owned stores, no black-owned food chains, no black-owned absolutely nothing. We got Floyd Mayweather, who's spending $5 million on a car that he leaves at the airport. He's throwing away $5. That's why they get. That's why I be like, why do some of these goofs? And then when they try to reach for their own kind, that's when something happened to them, like Bill Cosby or something like that. I think. Jay-Z and Beyonce, they actually reach for their people too. They actually invest. They do, but everybody who does invest in the community has to do it in secret. Oprah does too, to an extent, but she does it in secret. You would never know about it.
That's true. That's true. They got every angle covered when it comes down to that. It goes back. That's a whole other topic. Talking about the genocide of our people. Everything that's going on in the country and that's been going on all the way from Black Wall Street and before Black Wall Street. So, yeah, as a people, they really don't want to see us overcome as a people. And, as far as investing, but investments at least like that, with grocery stores and banks and franchises. One thing that I see when I'm out here over the road, I see a lot every day, and this is on the topic. A lot of these small towns all over America, and I noticed this. I'm just leaving Iowa now. It's a small town out here, a lot of them, where they have their own banks that you've never heard of, their own grocery stores that you've never heard of, and they're building houses in these communities. Population 10,000 people, population 3,000 people. They got stores, they got banks, and these neighborhoods is predominantly white.
Right.
So they're sticking together, doing what they do, and it's all over the country. And I've seen it hundreds of times over these years in these small towns. And, that's what I say, I take a look at that, and it's just, us as a people can do the same thing. We can do the exact same, or try to at least. And, I haven't really heard anything about anybody actually trying to invest into opening up a grocery store,
Gina, so Gina, I'm on my cell phone. I'm going to get you in. Gina, I'm going to get you in a second. Gina, me and Gina talk about this all the time, and definitely, Gina, I'm about to bring you on the show as well. Gina's saying I'm not spending $70 for a gallon of milk. We need to come together instead of competing. We actually are at square one. We gotta start at square one, buying land, buying farms, but we have to. First thing we got to do is invest in our own community. We can have. So I went to the Family Dollar in Richton Park. I asked them, how come this gallon of milk is $4 when Save-A-Lot is $2? And they told me, they got a different stocking fee. It's the same company, different stocking fee. So in order for that Family Dollar to make some money, they got to charge $2 more. But however, we in our communities are going to have to pay a little bit extra until we get our own. We need to stop running to... If Jay-Z, Beyonce, Oprah, Michael Jordan bought a bank and gave us loans, just like the Chinese do. They Chinese billionaires from China. That money is coming from China. China billionaires invest into the Chinese in America. That's why they have booming cities in every state, every city in America.
Correct. That's correct. Yeah, they have their own communities. Yeah. They stick together as a people. It makes sense. It just makes sense. When it comes down to it, like I say, the investment, it's all about everybody willing to work with each other at least, and being cautious with their money, saving their money. That's huge. Saving your money, giving your credit. Everybody has their own goal. And like I said, you come together as one and be able to, produce something. You all have to be on the same page.
Okay.
And that's the problem. We all are not on the same page.
We are not on the same page. And just like Joel Bradford said, he said, I don't see how people come together no time soon. We need a device intervention, bro. Hey, so let me tell you something. It's the fight for our children. It's the fight for this next generation. If we fail our next generation, then those kids fail. And something we have to teach the OGs. And somebody else was saying, the OGs in the hood can't tell these kids anything because they can't offer the kids anything. Like in other communities, they can say, all right, go get a job at the corner store. I got you. Go get you a job. We don't own no corner store, so we can't tell them that. If I owned a grocery store and I seen one of the young brothers that just got out of jail, I could snatch him up and say, hey, bro, go get you a job at that grocery store. We can't do that. But here's what we need to teach our young brothers, what we can teach them. Stop buying Jordans. Stop spending all your money. Save your money. Invest your money. Start your own business. Any black person that has a business idea right now, start it now. Today. Start it.
Indeed. You're right. That is the problem. We're so worried about how good we look, and wearing all these, these expensive clothes from these different clothing lines that really don't give a hell about us.
We making them rich.
You got, like I say, I'm not never the one to judge, but you got a lot of brothers that, they like to look good and spending thousands of dollars on Gucci and Gucci belts and Jordans and all these different things that they wear, but I guarantee they lacking somewhere else.
That's what I'm saying.
They're lacking somewhere else. That's kind of like a slight selfishness, at the end of the day. And I tell my son that all the time. He kind of getting out of that materialistic view that he used to have. And it's kind of like to a point now. As long as your clothes clean, man, that's all that matters, man. You present yourself accordingly as long as your clothes are clean, so you're good. Every occasion, we pick something up that's, super decent. But at the end of the day, take the money and invest it in yourself or save it. Save it until you figure out what you want to invest in. That's really the main thing right now that I'm trying to teach you. Like you were saying with jobs as well. Now I've done that too, bro. Like, man, it's countless numbers of times where I've rerouted a brother to get a job somewhere, and in my head I'm like, wow, I wish I owned the company where I was able to hire this brother, but
right.
I pulled some strings and was able to get the brother in this particular place, So
absolutely,
and that's countless numbers of times. So you're right. That is the thing, and my issue, as far as opening up a business, it would be good to have a partner or a few partners to, come to the table and put our heads together. It definitely would. Because I wouldn't mind investing, especially if I know that you're on the same page and you're able to, save and, invest your money and, you're on the same page as I am. So.
All right. So, you know what? All right. So let me address some of the list. So look, hey, I'm on my personal cell phone with him. I'm going to create another number for people to call in. However, if you go to mylifeintheshy@gmail.com and send me your number, I can call you on my personal cell. I'll call you blocked and I'll get y'all on right now. We talking about black economics. Why are we the only race in the world? We got the worst and the backwards economics. We spend $1.3 trillion a year. 98% of that outside of our community. We spent, I think Dr. Umar Johnson was saying, we spent $2 billion on Jordans, $9 billion on Asian hair products, Hennessy, Gucci, Mercedes. You know what I'm saying? We spend all of our money, and then instead of our young brothers owning and opening their own businesses at 19 and 20, we're getting killed by student loans. We spending 8 hours a day at somebody else's job getting them rich instead of spending all that energy towards our own businesses. Go ahead, bro.
That's valid. That's valid, most definitely. And like you're saying, with the community, far as finance. You know, it's a problem in my opinion, and you know, it's been said over and over again. We've been brainwashed. Our people have been brainwashed. And it was actually before our time, before me and you know our parents and grandparents. You know, they provided a way. They worked hard. Don't get me wrong, but they had the mindset of a lot of them had the mindset of working a job and taking care of family. They didn't have a mindset of owning my own business. You know, and that's like you say. That's what the main thing is now that we're trying to instill based on how we're being treated in this society, man. You know, everybody should really focus on having their own corporation, their own platform, their own business. And
absolutely.
Doing that, we'll be able to, evolve more as a people, man. You know, like you said, the problem is we're brainwashed. Been brainwashed for a long time, for a very long time. And then you got a lot of distractions. You know, they always distracting us. You know, instead of you taking some time out to read up on your craft, you would rather watch
Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, Love and Hip Hop. You know, so and that's the thing, distractions and being brainwashed, and then you know that narcotic that's out there. You know that I call it cocaine hydro. you know, at the end of the day,
that is.
That stuff
Wait, hold on.
That stuff right there is really hurting our community.
Well, all right, let's talk about this. We got to talk about, since we own Black economics, we got to talk about black people holding each other down. How come we hate to see each other evolve? If we even help our brother get up, he can help us get up, and we can help each other get up. I tell brothers, hey man, I'm not trying to make it million. I'm trying to make us a million. If I come up, you come up. But more people would rather see me come down so we all can be down. We are the backwards. We're the only people that do that.
And that's another issue as well, and that's the issue with a lot of the brothers. They wouldn't mind seeing you come up and eat. Don't get me wrong, but they just want to see you doing better than them.
Right.
And that's a problem. That's a major problem in our community, and I've been seeing it for a long time, even in my circle, or my old circle. You know, yeah, okay, it's cool. You don't want to eat. Yeah, you can eat, but you're not going to eat more than me.
Absolutely.
You know, so, and that's an issue. That's a major issue as well. So you're right. It's like you said, brother. It's just we gotta fix us as a people. You know, as far as and you know, certain issues like that. And you know, once we be able to get that unity, then we definitely be able to evolve. Definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah, and so we got to talk about why we hate each other. See, and one of the biggest reasons why we hate each other, because we were all born with nothing. All of us were in the same situation, super dirt poor in the hood. And then when somebody finally make it out, it's a natural instinct to be jealous. I hate when people say, "Oh, not me." Yes, everyone. That's a human trait. So by us not having nothing, and somebody makes it out, and we still don't have nothing, we kind of jealous, and we don't want to see them make it out. But however, everybody else actually had it already. So when somebody else get it, they just like, all right, cool, I'm glad you got it. I already got it, so it's good. We both got it, and that's where we need to get to.
Right. And then also we both got it. Now let's put our minds together. Maybe we can come up with something together. You know, let's get together and come up with something. You know, but like you say, you got an awesome platform, beloved. And,
yes, sir.
You can reach out. You're reaching out to a lot of people. So at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get a lot of feedback on this.
Right.
And constantly having this topic. You know, it's gonna reach out to some brothers, you know, and some sisters that got a little change and got this stuff together, and that's willing to do some things. So yeah, I'm anxious to see the outcome of it.
Hey, so that's what I was telling people. I'm like, hey, shit, let's get together. Hey, I was talking to other YouTubers, every other people. Hey, let's build our platforms together. Why do it separately? Come, hey, holla at me. That's what I'm like. Look, anybody that want to network, open. Email me, call me. I don't care what it is. Let's do it together. Fuck struggling and fighting amongst each other. We must start our own businesses, but we must support our own businesses. I go out my way to I love Chinese food. I used to. I would never eat it. I ate it 2 years. It's been 2 years. 2 years since I ate Chinese food. I don't buy it because they'll never invest in me. Why the hell should I invest in you?
Correct. Hey, I agree with you on that. Yeah, we gave up the Chinese too, beloved.
I gave it up.
Yeah, that's true.
Because why am I investing in you and you won't invest in me? At least, and I was thinking about shooting a documentary. I asked the Subway across the street for the Chinese food spot. Have they ever came in here? They told me, nope, not once. They never walked across the street and got a Subway sandwich. Never once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. They run their little business.
Back
and when
to
they shut
Chinatown.
down, they take their little money and go back to their community with their money.
They go back to Chinatown. And I'm not mad at them. That's smart. If black people willing to give all their goddamn money away, fuck it. Go take it from them if they that stupid to give it all away. If we can't go to Chinatown and open up a business, you out of your fucking mind and think you finna open, a black man finna open up a business in Chinatown, you are out your motherfucking mind.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen.
It ain't fucking happening.
That's true.
Forget it.
Yeah, that's true.
They will fucking laugh you out the building.
I agree. Like you said, brother, I think the main thing right now, like the main focus is finance. Power, finance. Opening up a fresh food market would be a great idea in the black communities, man. Really, because like I say, I haven't shopped at Walmart. I don't know how long.
Mm-hmm.
I just, I gave it. It's just too much. It's too much going on. With the hormones and the food. It's just a lot happening right now, brother. I was in Walmart when I was in Walmart. The last time I was in Walmart, I asked a gentleman. I said, "Do you have any grapes with seeds in them, or do you have any oranges with seeds in them?" He's like, "Oh no, I haven't seen those in a long time." I said, "From right then and there, I don't need to shop here anymore. I really don't, because what the hell is that? If it don't have a seed in it, then that means it's not real."
Bro, best believe all of our food is poisoned, deadly. We dropping dead of cancer like flies. We gotta understand that, man. We are being poisoned beyond belief. We gotta eat better as a people. We are the most obese people, African Americans.
Correct. That sugar, beloved, it's the sugar, and there's so much in its foods, But like I say, a fresh food market would be a good start. That would be a good start, and I can guarantee, a lot of people would definitely support. A lot of people would support that.
A fresh food market, absolutely, and that's something we definitely must have. And that's that's probably step one in our community, a fresh food market. But we must own our farms. We must grow our own food. Step one. Step two, produce that food in the black community so that and create jobs. We must. That's why, that's why I like the Great Depression. I like some of the platforms. There was a Nigerian. He was telling me we don't move away from our community. We grow up and we stay there. Just like if we both stayed in our own community we grew up in, my daughter will grow up with your son. We all know each other. We all love each other. I can discipline your son because I grew up with you 30 years. You trust me with your life. I trust you with mine. And so we can discipline our children. We don't even know our children right now. I don't know my neighbors. I don't know none of them.
Yes, sir. Understood. Yes, sir.
And,
yeah, you're right.
And so I can't go discipline the young brother next door to me. If I see him out there fighting and doing something, he'll probably shoot me.
Yeah. That's another problem. That's another problem. With the youngsters.
But see, if we can't provide jobs for them, if they can't go to the gas station that's pulling out $3 million out the black community, the gas stations are pulling out millions. The liquor stores that we don't own are pulling out millions. Don't send a dime back to our community.
Right. And like you said, the youth is not really. If you can't put no money in their pocket right now, that's really they really don't have no respect, or they really don't have nothing. They don't want to listen to you.
They don't want to listen to you.
If you're not putting no money in their pockets, it's like I say, it's brainwashed. You got the narcissistic attitude, and you got materialistic, and you got so much selfishness, and you got so much going on in the young community right now. The agenda, also very emotional, feminine based as well. It's a whole other topic. It's, whole other, but, we got all these problems that's happening, and, it's stirring to a point where it's destroying the future. It's destroying what we've already created, from our breed and the breed before us. As far as just we're dealing with regular values and morals. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. So and I'm seeing it on a day-to-day basis. It's been countless numbers of times over the past few years where I've had to check a youngster, getting a little bit too much out of hand, with disrespecting an elder, disrespecting a woman. So, and but when you take a look at it, I can't get too much angry at him because he's been misguided. He's been totally misguided. So.
He's been misguided, and like a lot of our youth have and still is. However, it must. But if we can't support them economically, and they gotta get out here and hustle, we gotta teach these young brothers and sisters, man, stop buying these rims. And we've done it. We was all misguided by this jackass rap music that's telling our young brothers and sisters, you only cool unless you got a Benz, a Bentley, drinking Hennessy and sipping champagne, this, that, and the other, going to the club. We go to the club, brother. There was a club out west. It was what? It was $30 to get in this club. It was $30 to get in. What else was it? It was like $20 for Long Island, something like that. The average person spent $200. All blacks. But however, it was a black event. A black person threw an event there, and we ended up. It was over 500 people there, each spending $200 in this club, and it was a white club. And we spent over like $100,000 at that club, and they probably gave the promoter 10 G's. We bought a new club for this, and we don't even club right. Club in your own. We spend 98% of our money outside our community. We backwards.
It's true. A lot of our clubs too, as well. Like I know a few of the brothers that had clubs. They just don't have them anymore. Weren't able to maintain upkeep, or so much violence, so much, misunderstanding, and it turns into fights, and then it turns into shooting. So now we get down. So yeah.
But you know something?
We've actually tried that route so many times, as far as club wise, but it seems like that's not working.
But you know what? Our clubs, understand this, get shut down easily. Bocce's had 2 killings once upon a time. He never got shut down. Cleo had a fight. They shut him down. Black owner, a fight, shut him down. Bocce's 2 killings, still open. That's an issue. But however, man, and then if somebody, there was a lady who opened up her own food spot out of her kitchen. She's selling plates and candy. Do you know the police shut her down? You know what? And I also did this. Filming the documentary, I went to a lady, and when I step out my house, it's everybody else cutting the grass. And I went to the president of the area and asked her, how come everybody else is all this unemployment? They don't even live in our neighborhood. Why are they cutting our grass? Why don't you hire somebody that live in the community? She told me, she was saying there's a special insurance that you got to have to cut the grass. And I'm like, huh? And nobody, when on the bus, can afford it. So we had to go to outside the community and give them a $100,000 contract in our own community.
Special insurance. Really?
Special insurance, yep. That's the loophole. Wow. That's the loophole the county put on this community. So if you want to cut your own grass, see, because we don't even own our communities. Our communities are owned by the state and the counties. So all the laws are started by the counties. So if they see you hiring your own people in that community, they just up the taxes, up the insurance, unreachable for us to get for somebody else outside the community. They say, hey, come to this town and get this money, because they ain't got no other choice. They can't afford it. That's how they drive our businesses out the community.
Correct.
Drive the violence up.
And we've been seeing that for years now. That's exactly what they've been doing. And yeah, it's right in our face. Literally it's genocide right in our face. You know, they just don't want us to succeed. They just don't. They just don't. But like I say, enough of us put our heads together and be able to come up with something. You know, you can't stop. Like you say, there's power in numbers, power in money. You know, enough of us put our heads together and put our money together and invest. I think we might be able to come up with something. You know, definitely. You know, I don't believe that they will shut down a whole community that's willing to invest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you got power in numbers and everybody is on the same exact page. You know, you figure this will be a store. You know, hypothetically, a store, a grocery store, or a food market.
Mm-hmm.
You figure you got everybody in the community that's willing to invest in this store, and it'll be considered our store instead of one individual. You know,
right.
This is the community store.
Right.
You know,
this is
and
ours.
I want to see them turn us down then.
So you know what, and my thing is this: we need to save our money, put it together. We also gotta buy everything. We don't even own the homes in our community. 90% of Chicago is rent.
Yes, that's valid. It's very valid.
So,
and that is important. That is very important. Home ownership.
We have to start it. Yeah, home ownership. We have to start at square one. We got to start at square one. And square one is coming together, man. And that's why, like far as back in the day, they wasn't, a lot of people were saying segregation was the best thing for us. But look, Malcolm X was saying, he was mad at Malcolm X thing with Martin Luther King was this. He was like, why are you teaching to be integrated before we can work on our own? Let us work on our own before we can integrate with others. That's what Malcolm X was saying. He was like, hey.
I agree. And I've always agreed about that. Always. Yeah, I agree. You're right. We got to take care of home base. I agree with that. 100%.
He was like, learn how to start your own businesses first. Learn how to grow your own crops and corn and food first. Then you could go out there and integrate with everybody else. But however, integration was premature. We went out there begging to sit at their counters instead of being taught to create your own counters. So from the 60s, we was already taught begging.
Already. You're right. It was definitely from the beginning. From the beginning, you know, and like I said, Malcolm X teachings, just this in general, you know, they teach the truth automatically. I'm not Muslim. Their beliefs is 100% truth. You know, as far as on community, building the community, a strong community of militant men and women, and they have some great points when it comes down to that. You know, it's starting, and I noticed that. You know, I listen to a lot of sermons, and Louis Farrakhan was discussing that. He has been discussing it for a long time, but one by one, he's taking a black man and a black woman one by one and building their integrity, and you know, and building them as far as instilling morals and values in them. And that's his main concern, and I love that. I just love that about them. You know, as far as you know, that attitude that they have on how they, you know, trying to restructure our community. And like you said, I agree with that. You know, we got to focus on self, focus on before we get integrated. You know, we took the wrong route. Yeah, but
yeah. We must build our communities. And if we're not at least trying, a lot of people are like, look, I'm gonna give up on black folks. I'm gonna give up on our people. And you can't give up, because if you give up, because look, my daughter has to grow up in this community, because what happens when somebody else's kid can't find a job and my daughter is out there? He got to hustle, feed his family. He out there shooting, and my little girl is out there. Know what I'm saying? Or going to school. We got to reach to the community. We got to. Because if we don't have a foundation, and a lot of people are saying this, you know, our foundation is Africa too. We must look back at our foundation, because without a foundation, our foundation's been ripped underneath us. The reason a lot of these foreigners come in this country, they got a foundation from their host country. They get loans, this, that, and the other. And Chinese billionaires plug They make donations to these senators to pass laws for them, for Chinatown, this, that, and the other. That's how they're able to build, man.
Correct. Correct. They're right. You're right. They're utilizing all of the connections, and the foundation has to be strong. And just them as a people, they always been unified. Just majority of every culture, when you really take a look at it, is unified. They're unified, and that's why they're able to succeed.
Right.
We're kind of like the only ones. As far as our people, just don't have the unity. Like, it's getting better. It's getting better. I will say that it is getting better. For people that look at mainstream media, they're it's worse, but it's actually, it's not getting worse as far as unifying our people. A lot of our people are starting to wake up, and a lot of our people is actually trying to evolve and build. But like he was talking about, the problem is the youth. That's the problem. The people that's in our age bracket basically, and a little older. We're kind of there. We know what we want. We're living our life. We're doing what we're supposed to do. As far as being productive citizens, taxpaying citizens. But it's the youth is the issue right now that's kind of lost right now. And once we get able to get them on the same agenda, then I think things are definitely probably get better for us. Definitely.
So the fight is for the youth. The fight is it starts with the youth, and we must raise them up correctly. If we don't, then you see what the future is going to be. It's going to be a constant struggle. Definitely. I do want to get Gina. Gina, you still there? Gina is saying. So Gina, she wrote a comment. She's saying they need to have a permit to landscape in each city. Dalton gave my uncle a ticket because he was cutting my cousin's grass and he's not a resident. See, that's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that. When you do try to open up a business out of your home or something, you need tax. See, we don't own our communities. The county does. So they can easily say, okay, y'all trying to get money? We'll put an insurance you need to open up a business. Make that insurance $5,000. And if you ain't making $20,000 in that community, you backwards and you end up, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to pay insurance, you got to pay taxes, and you done. Gina, I'm about to bring you in. DT, man, bro, good looking, man. I'm glad to have you on. Gina, you ready?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Much love, beloved.
Wait, hold on. Let me see if Gina, you ready, Gina? So, man, and so, brother, I'm glad you reached out to me, man. Anybody want to reach out, I'm going to have a number for y'all tonight. I'm going to go on live tonight. I'm going to go on live all this weekend. I got a 3-day weekend. And the average family has to work 3 jobs. To make ends meet nowadays. But, all right, let me go ahead and get her in, bro. I'm about to get her. DT.
Yes, sir.
Thanks
for having me, beloved.
I'm going to have you.
I'm going to stay with you.
Bro, I'm going to have you on a regular basis.
Yes, sir. Yes,
all right, bro, no doubt.
Yes, sir. Love.
All right, Gina, I'm about to call you right now. Let me call Gina Richard. What the hell is your number? Dion King. I'm going to have a number for y'all, man, to call tonight. I'm going to have to create an app. Right now, I just got my cell phone. I normally have people on through Google Hangouts.
Yeah.
Gina, what's going on?
What's going on?
Yo, you say your uncle was given a ticket for cutting your cousin grass?
Yeah, see, my cousin stays in Dalton. My uncle has a landscaping business. He was cutting the grass, police asked him what was he doing. Did he have a permit? He's a law cutter, to cut my nephew's grass, just as, my nephew, his family. And he told me he couldn't do it and gave him a ticket. He had to have a permit. I'm not sure about the insurance. I guess that comes with any licensed business, but as far as the permit, I'm like, you got to get a permit for every city. And if you have different contracts, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. We got to, yeah, somebody, Dion King said, I'm saying I work 2 jobs, save and invest, but my family used to hate on me, and for now, they won't help. Yeah, and you know something else? That's something else in black communities. Everybody needs your help, and we got to look out for our brothers, our sisters, our uncles. And so, the little money we do have, we got to reach out for our family and everybody else, you know. So, what you want to say about investing, as far as with spending your money in the black community?
The problem is the prices.
Right.
Like I commented, $7 for a gallon of milk when I can go down across the way to Orland, as you say, and get it for $4, or somewhere in another city that's having a sale and get it for $3, $3.99 or $2.99 or something. But here we're stuck with $7 a gallon. I know we're trying to get ahead and get our businesses established and things like that, but man, that type of competition is going to lead you back to going back to the other people. We're not shopping within ourselves. We can't do that.
Okay, so the prices in our community are high, you know, and this is because, you know, the overhead. They're not getting as much business, but we have to learn business first. We must get you in the door. So a lot of places, black-owned businesses, charge high prices for no reason. I'm like, yo, man, y'all got to get a profit first. Lower your price, compete. We must learn that. We must learn good business. However, on the flip side, they have to buy. They're not getting as much business. So, like the Family Dollar was telling me, since they can only afford a little bit of milk, the company charged them twice as much stocking fee. So if you only buy 6 gallons of milk to resell, they got to buy it at $3. So Family Dollar in Richton Park got to sell it at $4. When Save-A-Lot could sell it at $2 because the company they buy it for sell it to them at $1. And so we getting gypped. We don't own anything. We got to pay twice as much to make a profit.
Understandable. Well, I say at least throw a little specials here and there. Wednesdays, everybody knows Wednesdays are Senior Citizens Day. But we definitely need our seniors to be able to purchase things in our neighborhood. You know, without them, we wouldn't have the freedom that we have now. So we definitely need to make sure that they are okay first. So eggs should not cost $5. And my grandmother or somebody, grandfather or whomever, has a fixed income, and they have to figure out whether I'm going to buy some eggs, bread, the basic essentials, rice, eggs, bread, beans, or do I get my medication?
Right.
So we got to make it affordable for them if nothing else, and then we all tie in for ourselves. And as you say, then we have to start getting our kids involved. But that's from the beginning. When your kids are in the age and you do have a little bit of a business, small business, big business, start getting them to sweep the floors. They don't have their, get into it, and then they'll start bringing their friends around, because their friends will be like, how did you get that money? How did you get the new game? Well, I work for my dad in our store.
Right. So here's what I tell black people. A lot of black people say, oh, our prices are too much. So I'd rather go to Orland and pay less. However, you're going to pay for it. When the man down the street can't find a job, and because you go into Orland Park to spend your money, he has to feed his family. So now he robs your house. So now, or he shoots somebody on your block because he got to sell drugs. He got to protect himself. Now your property value just went from $150,000 to $100,000. You just lost $50,000 in your property value because the man down the street couldn't find a job and killed somebody. Yes, you're going to pay for it when he steals somebody's car, and now your car insurance is twice as much. So instead of paying $100 a month for car insurance, you're paying $200. The average black person is paying good $200 a month in Chicago because cars keep getting jacked. Cars keep getting stolen. Houses keep getting broken into because they can't find a job. But hold on, Gene. I'm going to get you right back on. Ratchet Today Show, what's going on? For those of you who don't know the Ratchet Today Show, make sure y'all go subscribe to the Ratchet Today Show. He's saying we must take pride in what we have. We pay extra for pale labels. What you think about that, Gina?
That's true. But still come with, all the boundaries and all the limitations and everything else that surrounds us all the time. We're not going to break free of nothing.
Right.
Right now. We don't pull together It's nothing. Like you made the comment with Oprah and Tyler Perry and all that. That's not their duty to take care of us. But once they've made it, I do believe they should give back to the community and help others. But that doesn't mean hold everybody's hand, because just as we're struggling, they did as well. Like you said, Tyler slept in his car. A lot of the comedians sleep in their car.
Absolutely.
Even some of the ones that had BET specials, they sleep in their car because they haven't really got their mark yet.
Right, right.
But that doesn't mean once you get big, you're supposed to give your money back and just be back in the same situation. Help. First, take care of your family, make sure your family's good. Then you start reaching out into the community and start. I believe also with Oprah, Tyler, and all others, whoever, should have a black-owned bank. Yes.
Yes, we should have a black.
Small businesses, all that good stuff. Yes, everybody else has it. Why not? We should have our own trade, little stock market, everything, our own Wall Street.
Mm-hmm. All right, hold on, Gina. All right, so look, Ratchet, today's show. I don't have a number. I'm calling on my personal cell phone. I will have a number tonight when I go live for y'all to call in. So Dion King is saying we need to break the mental, emotional, and spiritual chain of our race. We've put all we have in the hands of other races, but we have to spit on our own kind. Yes, for real. Hey, Flavor Restaurant in Richmond Park. They got, thanks, bro. Hey, they have a live jazz band. Great food, great setup. The all black owned restaurants. She hires felons. They greet you with a bow tie. Everybody's dressed up, from the waitresses to the dishwashers. Blacks would still rather go to Orland Park to spend their money to sit down and eat. She got TVs in there, live jazz band up there. Beautiful setup. If blacks are 5 minutes with the food, blacks are all up in arms. They go to Orland Park, they could be 20 minutes and blacks. But see, but you go to Orland Park, blacks are like, oh yeah, great, it's fine. You're an hour late with my food. I'm you know what I'm saying? The point I'm trying to get to is that if they are 30 minutes, we fine. If our own restaurant is 5 minutes late with the food, shit, we acting a complete fool.
And it goes into how the service as well. I mean, I don't want to go nowhere and get shitty service and I'm spending my money. That's with any entity. That is not just black owned business. There's any restaurant, any place that I've ever been. If I'm not satisfied as a customer, that's why my friends don't like to go to the stores with me, because they know if you say the wrong thing, look at me the wrong way, make a wrong comment, or if I feel like being triggered or judged, I'm going to need my money back, or I just won't spend. Mm-hmm. And I'll sit there and let them do whatever they do there. We eat it, they go ahead and eat. I'm not going to stop you, but I'm not giving them my time, money, or satisfaction. I'm not helping the community.
Right. Absolutely.
But we don't have all the things in a black community. You know, I'm down to, I have a lot of benches. Cooking is one of them. I don't mind doing that for free. But how do you get that business loan? Like you said, permit. Like you said, the young lady, they stopped her from selling food and whatever out of her home. You got to say it's a fundraiser. I did it before and said it was a fundraiser in the city of Chicago. But even then, as a fundraiser, they tax you.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, I've watched people, man, go to Orland Park, man. They mess up the food, bring it, no complaints. Take them to Flavor, anything they do. Oh, this is nasty. Send it back. Look like, yo. So, man, we got a lot of work to do on our people, man. I got to get out of here, y'all. I'm going to have a number for everybody to call in tonight. I'm going to have to download one of those apps, get a Google number or whatever.
I'll look up your Google number to work.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You do work tonight, huh? Yeah, this one of my coworkers, y'all. Definitely. We want to hook up a Google number. I'm going to definitely have you on a regular basis, Gina. We still definitely got to talk about relationships, men and women, about the topic of, I'm going to bring y'all, matter of fact, we're going to do this weekend. This weekend, we're going to bring y'all Ratchet Today Show. When you going live? For those of you who are on my platform, make sure y'all subscribe to the Ratchet Today Show YouTube, Gina. Subscribe to Ratchet Today Show. He has a show as well. That's something else with me. I'm like this. Let's build together. What the fuck are we fighting each other for? Why are we in competition with each other? What sense do that make? What sense do it make for us to fight against each other? It don't make any sense for us. Man, if we can all come up, if I'm rich, God damn it, all y'all rich. I'm bringing everybody with me. Know what I'm saying? Ratchet Today Show, he got a YouTube channel. Man, make sure y'all subscribe to the Ratchet Today Show. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna put a link to his so y'all can go over there and support him and everything he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna definitely have him on my platform. Any other YouTuber, anybody got something to sell, fuck it, give it to me. I'm gonna promote that joint. You got something to sell, give it to me. I'll hold that bitch up. You selling pens, go to blah blah blah. Any black owned business? But make sure all y'all share this video too. Share it with everybody y'all can. And let's boost each other. Thanks, homie. Hey, Deion King, good looking. Share the video. Let's promote each other. Why the fuck are we fighting against each other? For what? So yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to Ratchet Today Show. I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. Anyway, we gonna bring this topic. Gina, I'm gonna have you on Ratchet Today Show. And everybody else, I'm gonna have a number. I'm gonna have it on the screen. Come tonight. I'm gonna have that this weekend. Ratchet Today Show. When you going live again?
Alright.
Alright, Gina, no doubt. I see you shit in the goddamn it in an hour. Alright. Anyway, yeah, definitely. I'm live on both platforms. I'm live on Facebook as well. Let me go and get out of here. Y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this video. Peace, y'all.